we are looking at lesson 77 today. After the lesson, I'll answer homework questions and project questions. We're looking at advanced radical equations and multiple radical equations. Huh? More radicals. Two different things, yeah. Does it look familiar? Okay, see if you can get it. You do have check solutions when you have radicals. What do you have to do? So what would you get? Do you agree? So x equals 17? 17 minus 1, square root of 16. You see how that works? Okay, so we've done ones like that before. We have not done ones like this. What's different about it? Okay, it's cube root for 1. What else? Do what? It's got a lot more terms, right? Yeah. Right. It's a cube root. We've got more terms.
I did it, but
How are we going to isolate the radical? What do we do? Yeah, first you got to move them over, isolate it, and then you're asking about the next part. Okay, so can you do this? Square root of 25 plus square root of 16. Can it?
yes, you can.
Okay, what is 16 and 25? No, what is? Is that the same thing as 5 plus 4, 9? So can we just take the square root of each of them individually? So do you think we're going to be able to take the cube root of each of them individually? No. That's not going to work. What did we do here? We squared it. Yes, you're going to cube it. Y'all see how that works? No. Yes, you were going to have to FOIL it. But first, what happens to the left side? Yeah, the stuff that was in the radical. Y'all see how that works? So how am I going to deal with this stuff on the right side? That's what it is. The same thing as. So what do you have to do for that? You do 2 of them first. Yeah. So what is these? You see how that works? And now you got to do it. Yeah, you got to distribute again. gonna run out of room.
Okay, I got it.
Did you get that when you distributed? Do y'all see how that works? Okay, so equals x cubed plus 6x squared plus 12x plus 8. Now what? Convenient, huh? X cubed and x cubed cancel out. 6x squared cancel out. So what are we left with? -4. Y'all see how that works? Now what? Okay, 12x equals what? Okay, so let's see if it works. -1 cubed. Okay? Plus what? -4. What is that? Okay, so all of this equals 1. What is the cube root of 1? 1 minus -1 minus 2 is what? 2 minus 2. Should it equal 0? So is -1 an answer? If it didn't work, what would that mean? No solution. Do y'all see how that works? Any questions there? Yeah, unless you just worked it wrong. Okay. This is another type. What's different about this one? Two radicals. What does it say? I would make the biggest radical, I would isolate it. Yeah. You can do it without isolating it, but I think it's easier to isolate the biggest variable first. So that would mean move what over? The k and the 1. So we'd have square root of k minus 5 equals. Do y'all see how that works? Well, now what do we do? Square both sides. What do you get on the left side? What about the right side? What do we?
No, you're gonna foil.
Yeah. That's what you're going to have to do, because that's what it's saying. K minus 1 squared. And then you got to distribute. So square root of k times square root of k is k, yes. Do y'all see how? Yeah. Do y'all see how that came about? Gives you the k. Square root of k times negative is just negative square root of k again, and then -1 times -1 is positive 1. Yeah, square root times, it's just like square root of 2. Square root of 2 is just square root of 4, which is 2. Because you're squaring both sides. Yeah. So you get k, and then somebody said -2 square roots of k. Do y'all see how that works? Because there are 2 here. Any questions so far? Now what? The k's cancel. All right, I have negative 2 squared roots of k equals negative 6. Okay, divide by negative 2. Yeah. Negative 5 and then minus 1. Yeah, you do have to check it. So we squared here to get rid of one radical, and then we had to square again down here to get rid of the second radical. Y'all see how that works? Okay, so let's check. 9 minus 5. Square root of 4. 2 minus... Does that equal 0? Okay. So we're good, right? Any questions on this type of problem? None? No, we just have 1. We just got 9. The square root of k equals 3. But what equals 3 when you take the square root of it? Just the 9. Square root of 9 is 3. So your k has to be a 9. The square root of k equals 3 and your actual answer. You want to solve for k. Okay. We got another one. Anytime you have square roots, you've got to check your answer. I don't have to see your work for your checking your answer part. You can do that in your head if you want, but you do have to check your work. It's just x. It's like the square root of 2 times square root of 2. Square root of x squared, which is just x. Does someone want to go work it on the board? Show all your work, okay?
That's what I have. Yeah, I don't know solution. No solution.
Okay.
I don't know what it equals.
Alright, so she started off by moving the square root of x over and made it negative square root of x. And then she squared both sides. Square root of x minus 8 squared is x minus 8. The square root of this, we have to FOIL. So she added a 2 minus square root of x. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times negative square root of 2, square root of x is negative 2 square root of x. Negative square root of x times 2 is negative 2 square root of x. And then negative times a negative is a positive. Yes, square root of x squared is just x. Does that make sense? Which part? Okay. Okay, so she canceled an x here and an x there, and she's left with this part. Yeah, negative 8. No, that's just x. They would have no idea. That's what you have left, because you had an x here and a plus x, and those get canceled. Does that make sense? So negative 2 square roots of x minus 2 square roots of x is negative 4 square roots of x. And then if you subtract 4 more, you get negative 12. So divide by negative 4, you get 3. So x would be what? Yeah, so you get 9. So 9 minus 8 is 1. Square root of 1 is 1. Square root of 9 is 3. Is 1 plus 3 equal to 2? So that's where this came from. No solutions. Don't give me 0. If you do this as your answer, it's going to be marked wrong, because that means that you think it's 0.
Can we write out this?
Yeah, you can write out no solution. Or you can do that. This also means no solution. It's those little pretty brackets. They look, yeah. Because there's nothing, it's a set, there's nothing in it. Yeah, set notation. Any other questions on radicals? Yep, that's it.